I'm DZ. We have an update for the 10K portfolio challenge. I have an altcoin we're going to sell, an altcoin we're going to take profit on, and I'm going to tell you what altcoin to put those proceeds into. So without further ado, let's just get started, everybody. Folks, we are beating the market. We started with $10,000 and we are up to 15K. Now, we've seen a little bit of a pullback for most coins over the past week or two. So we actually were a little bit higher. We were around 16K. But this video was first made November 29th. And you see we started out with $10,000. Actually filmed it. I actually made the portfolio the day before. And we had a 4% pump. So I actually had to sell 4% of the portfolio. So we're actually even higher, everybody. But we started with 10K on November 29th. Now, chart I'm going to show you is going to show you where you'd be at if you just bought Bitcoin and just held on to it, because it's all about gaining Satoshis in this market. And so we're spinning around these altcoins and trying to gain more exposure to the crypto world overall. And we want to get more fiat. We want maximum gains. And you're not going to get those gains just buying Bitcoin. So November 29th was the day that we bought, and we moved the candle over to November 29th. And I'll even be generous. We're going to come in from the bottom of the candle and measure in where we're getting in to date. Now, this is if you bought the lowest potential price for Bitcoin, meaning this is the best potential gain you could have got. You're up around 13%, okay? And that's if you caught the bottom, so you're probably up around 12, 13%. So if you just bought Bitcoin November 29th, you're up like 12, 13%. Meaning if you had $10,000, well, you got like $11K and $300. Well, we are beyond that, everybody. We are up 15, we're up 5K, so we're beating the market. But now it's time to play a little bit of musical chairs with the coins. Now, you need to go back to this video if you want to see why we bought what we bought. And now I'm going to tell you why we're going to change what we're going to change. First thing we need to do is we need to identify what coin we're going to sell completely. And there's a couple options here. You know, we could take, say it's doing, pretty well overall. We're up 50%, but the past week it's a little bit red. So I don't know if now's the time. We also have GMX. Now, maybe we'll look at the charts and see if it's GMX. We also have a DeSci project. Still pretty bullish on DeSci. And then we have a SocialFi project. So we have a competing L1. We have derivatives DEX. Think of DYDX competitor. We have DeSci. And then we have SocialFi. And then we have a meme coin. And then we have a, DeFi product on Cardano. And to me, the weakest of these narratives, SocialFi narrative, and that would be CyberConnect. Now, I'm not bearish on CyberConnect. I just think, maybe the gains aren't going to be there. Maybe the SocialFi hype train has already left the station, and maybe it's not going to come back to the station for any time in the near future. So I would recommend, if you're copying this portfolio, go ahead and sell your $1,700 worth of Cyber. We're up 15%, meaning we beat Bitcoin. So we're still beating Bitcoin, so we're going to take some profit. And let me tell you why I'm not going to take the laggard here. You see, one coin is lower than the rest when it comes to P&L here, and that is GMX. But let me point it out on the charts. Now, if you don't know GMX is a decentralized perpetual exchange. Think like a DYDX competitor here. And we kind of see what they're doing. There's a couple things going on where maybe now is not going to be the time here. You got to scroll down a couple tweets here, but Arbitrum Airdrop Bonanza is kicking off here, and it's got several partners: Dope Exchange, GMX, Camelot Dex, and the Jones DAO. And so these communities are all going to be getting this ARB airdrop. I don't know if in the middle of airdrop season, now is going to be the time to, maybe get out, because you can see this is from beginning of February all the way until the end of March. But maybe TA-wise, maybe it doesn't look great. So, I like the narrative when it comes to the tokenomics, but TA-wise, folks, so let me point something out to you. Now, the coin hasn't been around that long. It's been around a little bit more than a year, dropped in the tail end of 22, but it just started forming this trend line, and this trend line dates back all the way to August of last year. Folks, at this point, we're hitting close to a 6-month-long trend line, and it seems to be respecting the trend line. And I expect it to respect the trend line even further. Not only that, we're right now at a horizontal band of support. You can see it acted as resistance, acted as support, and slightly acting as support, and acted as support back here. And so when you see a trend line forming, you see a little horizontal support forming, you see an airdrop narrative, I'm not going to get out of GMX. So if you see GMX is down, you may want to get out. I'm not going to blame you, but I'm not going to sell GMX. I'm leaning towards getting rid of Cyber. So that frees up $1,700. But we're also going to take some profit on Chainlink. Chainlink has just been incredible the past week, outperforming every coin on the list, and right now coming into a pretty much of a local high plus a psychological range of $20. So we're going to take a little bit of profit. We have 250 link, and we're going to shave 20% and drop to 200 link. So we're going to put this 50 link to work, and then we're going to put this Cyber to work. So let me go ahead and make these changes. All right, you can see the Chainlink account is withdrawn, and then you can see Cyber is back down to 0. We're going to go ahead and take that off the portfolio now. And now we have a cleaned up portfolio, but what do we have? So you see the $1,738 we took off Cyber, and we're selling 50 Chainlink, currently trading at $19.24. That's going to give us $2,700 exactly. I actually didn't even plan that, but it's just incredible how it worked out. 27 to the penny. Now tell me that's not a sign. That's our sign to take profits. But where are we going to put the $2,700, folks? We're going to put it in one of the strongest L2s in all of crypto. And if you guess Polygon, you are correct, everybody. Now, if we look at Polygon, Polygon is currently trading around 78 cents. If we look at all-time chart, you know, it was flirting with the $3 range. So it doesn't see as many multiples as a lot of coins. But we went over why we're bullish on Polygon in a video that we just dropped, and it is sell these now, and it was Arbitrum and OP and sell it for Polygon. And I spelled out why I'm so bullish on Polygon. But in case, you know, make sure you go watch that if you haven't seen that yet. But the number one reason, this is just brand new. This is breaking. So this is newer information not found in that video. Polygon just saw a massive increase in stable coins. This teal line you're seeing right now is the amount of stable coins within the Polygon ecosystem. And they just went from the November low, really a December low of 1.1 billion and some change to now flirting with around $1.4 billion in stable coins. But if we also go to the chart, there's a lot of bullish signs here in the charts. One, you know, bouncing off this 200-day simple moving average. So that's very good. We also have, you know, money flow potentially heading into the green if we can maybe catch a bottom. But we also have some pretty strong trend lines that have just been forming, kind of pointing to a $4 chain link. Now, just move the trend line, hopefully. Okay, yeah, kind of move this there. They kind of, yeah, perfectly lining up here. We have a trend line forming with higher highs, and then we have a trend line from the previous bull run, and they coincide with essentially where we expect September 2025, where we expect the top of 2025 to occur. So to me, I have close to a $4 target, but I would not be surprised to see us test this trend line in 2024. The later in the year that we touch it, the better it's going to be. I think we flirt with a $3 range. Currently, I just think we're in a good range at this moment. You can see we're kind of trading sideways in this channel, and I just see a lot of good things happening for Polygon in the near future. Now, in this video, I'll go over many more reasons why I'm bullish on Polygon, so make sure you go check that out. But let's go ahead and add it to the portfolio here. We need to go ahead and start it by clicking on Add to Portfolio over here. We're going to add to the 10K and then put in a $2,700 purchase. And we hit refresh, you'll see it down there. Let's go ahead and just add in this $2,700 purchase. And if we bust out the calculator, that's going to give us 3,440 polygons. So we're going to go ahead and just add that to the portfolio here. And it's only been 1 second, but we're already up 0.06%. This is the value of crypto. Now, we're going to continue to monitor this portfolio. Appreciate all the comments, you know, wanting updates. So here's the updates. This is what I would do if I'm trying to turn 10K into 50K, 100K, potentially even $1 million in the future. You want to be able to buy that Cybertruck. You want to be able to buy those Apple Pro goggles and do this while you're on the subway. Listen to this. Then you're going to have to continuously monitor and adjust your portfolio. So that was the point of this video. If you like what we're doing here and you also want to escape the rat race, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto. We'll see you in your 10K portfolio at the top.